just a good old boy.
Hey y'all, stay tuned after this video for an update on what our plans and schedules looking like for the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia this year. We are going to be there on Tuesday in case you can't watch the end. So we will be there on Tuesday if you're going. All day long, and I'm gonna, at the end of the video, I'll announce what times we're going to be where and what we're going to be doing. I hope y'all can see everything okay. Yesterday when I was unloading those round rolls, which would have been the rant video, I found out, got in this loader when I first started to go unload hay, and the air conditioner blower's not working. So I pulled all the fuses yesterday afternoon while I was at the chicken houses trying to figure out maybe it had a fuse blowed or something. Could not find any of the fuses blown that I know of. There's a fuse box in the back of this thing. There's also one here in the cab. None of which that I could find are blown. So, my next thing I'm going to try now that I've got this thing home is, before I take the cover off the back, I'm actually just going to pull this AC control unit here out, and I'm going to check and see if there's power on this switch, because I'm not getting anything. Even the snowflake isn't turning on. So there's somewhere or another, either I've got a fuse blowed, a wire's broke, or something, because the crazy thing is I'm thinking maybe a mouse has got up in there. When I put this thing, the last time we had used this loader, everything was working fine, and then we hadn't used it in several days because we've been square baling hay, and I've been using the case to stack with. The barn that we have, there's squares, and I hadn't run this loader in a little while. And I need to see why I'm not getting any juice. And that is not what I wanted to. I gotta pull that cover off to this thing, and what the issue is. More than likely, crap, I'm gonna have to. Man, that thing is dirty up in there. These things don't have a filter either. That's another thing that's really weird. For the AC, they don't have filters, which they need one badly. The newer ones probably have, but this one here did not. So what I'm thinking is, I'm more than likely going to have to, take the cover off the back there, because if there's power coming into here, chances are it's going to be the switch, and that's why I'm starting here, is because I want to eliminate this and the fuses first. Once I figure out that this power is coming in here to these fans, to the switch, and it's going back out, get grief. Man. I'm going to eliminate the cab up here essentially, and then I can just take the cover off the back and go from there. Because I don't want to have to take that cover off unless I have to, because it is a pain in the butt. I hope I got good ground. So I got to turn the key on, right? I'll have that no way. Sorry about the beeping, y'all. I'm just checking to see if I've got fire anywhere. Right now I do not, which goes along with what I've been dealing with. Yeah. So either my ground is not good, which is a possibility, or we have no power. So let me try it. Hard to get this thing. Hard to get this thing to clip on some of these bolts. I should have a good ground there. Nothing. Getting a big old fat nothing. So now I've got to go back into the back of this thing and see if I can't figure out what the heck's going on there. So I'll come back here in a second once I get all that torn apart. Well, yesterday I didn't have my test light with me to check these fuses, and they were all good. And I just checked the power on the fuse for the AC. Oops, let me stand that back up where y'all can see. And it's this one right here. Well, the fuse is good, but I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you can hear that, but that would be the AC turning on. Off, on, off, on. At least it was simple this time. Okay. Well, I guess y'all probably wondering what are you going to do to fix it. I'm going to try to use this, which is electronic cleaner and dielectric for on this to help clean these connectors. Out, and then we're going to put a new fuse because the old one had corrosion in it in there, and hope that will keep it fixed. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to pull the little fuse box off and probably get new connectors to go on the back side, and basically put new ones on the wires and then pop them back in the little plastic housing to fix it. And that's about my only option. So I put my dielectric grease on. We got it in there. It's in there good. Let me go turn the key on and we'll wiggle it and see if it makes a difference. There we go. She's good. Got her fixed. Sure y'all can hear the fans working good now. Perfect. Hey y'all, just wanted to give y'all some information on the Sunbelt Ag Expo and what our schedule looks like. We are going to be there on October 15th, which is Tuesday of the show. It's the first day of the show at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia. We will be floating around a little bit everywhere the whole day. We're going to be there the entire day, probably till 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'll probably head out kind of around then because it's a long ways home, so we're going to probably try to head out then. So this is what I called the expo, got a little bit of information on the actual demonstration schedule. These are the demonstrations that we will be attending if you want to see us. At 10 a.m. I'll be at the tedding demonstration. I'll be I'm gonna get there probably when they open, but I'm gonna walk around, maybe go talk to a few of the reps that I know that's there beforehand at different booths. But we will be there at the tedding demonstration at 10 is my plan. Then after that, we will be doing the meet and greet from 1 to possibly 1 to 1:30 for sure. We will be in the Ag Expo booth. Now, after we may push it to 2, depending on how hot it is and how many people shows up and everything to meet us. I'm not expecting a huge outturn, but if you do want to meet me and you are at the expo, I will be in the Ag Expo booth from 1 to 1:30, possibly till 2. But that'll be kind of the area that I will be there for sure, available to in one location to be for y'all to meet me. Now, if you can't make that, we will be in the demonstration field at 10 a.m. for the tedding, hopefully. But I will for sure be in the demonstration field for the cutting at 3 and the baling at 2:30, for sure. The reason why I did the later, they're having a demonstration for baling and stuff around 12 and everything else before that. The reason why I did the later one was because it was actually to where the baling and cutting were back to back, right up against one another, so that way we can just watch both while we're there, hit it one lick, and then be done out there. That way we're not out there in the fields as long. Last year it was really hot. This year I don't know how it's going to be. So I kind of wanted to, if somebody wanted to meet me out in the demonstration field, that way it wouldn't be so miserable for so long. Because last year I was unprepared and we wound up and we were out there in the field for a very long time in increments. Now the rest of the show I'll be floating around a little bit everywhere. I'm going to try to go around and look at all the booths again and see what's new. I'm just going to kind of do videos on the highlights of things I see I like this year. And whatnot for the equipment wise. Now, if you want to maybe catch me, if you can't make it any of those times, I will probably be at some point in the Klaus booth, some point in the Coons MFG booth, Vermeer, and possibly Peckway. I'm going to be kind of I know for sure I want to see those 4. And I'll probably be in their booths at some point, walking around just looking at the equipment. But if you want to actually meet me for sure, I will be at the Ag Expo booth from 1 to 1:30, possibly till 2, maybe a whole hour, depending on how hot it is and how many people shows up at the beginning. So we'll see. But that's the schedule that I'm kind of going to try to stick to for the expo. It is on the 15th, October 15th. I'm pretty sure is the date. But it's the first day of the show. Just Google Sunbelt Ag Expo, Moultrie, Georgia, and it'll pull up all the information. We are going to be there on Tuesday, the first day of the show, and I will only be there on Tuesday. We're leaving Tuesday afternoon, probably 4:30ish, 5, kind of in that area, to head back home, because it is quite a drive from there home. But I will be there on Tuesday for basically the whole day. The rest of the time I will be wandering around. Sorry to everybody that's commented recently and I haven't got to answer your comments, preferably the previous week, I think to last week. I am going to try to get to all y'all's comments still. There's a lot of them, from everything from Facebook to MeWe to YouTube. All their stuff on there. I've got a ton of comments and stuff to get to. It's just been so hectic here. With the cow prices the way they are, we've been trying to do even more hay this year, and getting up more of that, trying to do as much as we can to make up for the shortcomings of the cattle right now for where the prices are. I wish that we could get here on the East Coast the prices that they get out in the Midwest. If we could, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. But we can't because we don't have the feedlots out here, and they dock us a lot because it's hotter here, and when you ship them out there it's cooler, and due to sickness from the temperature changes and everything else in the trucking and whatnot, it's hard on them, so they dock us quite a bit on the East Coast for our cattle versus out there. And unfortunately, we're on the worst end of the cattle markets the way they are right now. Hopefully things is going to get better. I hope. But you never know. So we're trying to make up for hay, and we've just been extremely busy, and that's why I haven't been posting videos like I normally would. Every now and then I have to take a break. This past weekend there wasn't a lot of videos put up because I needed a break. I'm not going to lie, I needed a break. I needed a break to do what I wanted to do outside of the normal stuff. I went deer hunting over the weekend, had a good time, got a break for a while. We've been hard at it for a very long time now. I think I've had one day off up until this weekend, which was a Sunday. Normally we try to take every Sunday off, and I only had one in probably 6 weeks that I didn't do anything. So we've been very hard at it, and our harvest season is so long. I mean, it's from April to, well, last year we went in November. We may be in October, November before we get done this year. It's a long harvest season in the hay business, and it's not easy. It's tough. It's tough to make a living in hay. But we're doing all we can, just trying to make up for the cattle, and then we still have to take care of the cattle herd that we have, and everything too, like we normally would. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And sometimes I just have to take a break. I know everybody wants me to post a video every day. I wish I could, but it takes a long time to make a video that's decent and laid out good and filmed properly. To where it's not just a clobbered up mess, and just it's not a good watch. And I'm trying the best I can to give y'all what I can. So just be patient with me, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and bear with me. Hoping to have some exciting things coming this fall to do, and then through the winter and everything this year going forward. But we're trying to get this hay season wrapped up. Probably going to be late October, early November before we get done. I'm hoping to be done by mid to late October, but you never know. Thank y'all for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.